Alright, so the last beta update has come out, and Varka's kit has now pretty much been finalized. So I'll just be going over the nuances in how to build and gear Varka, regarding his best weapons, artifacts, as well as how to build his teammates too. But before we do that, as always, if at any point during the video you're entertained or informed, make sure to drop a like and even consider subscribing, as I talk on various topics regarding Genshin's meta, and I'll try to keep you updated. Wishing the best to my channel members, I love and appreciate all of you. You guys give me the correct sense of guilt to keep posting, so as long as you're here I probably won't be able to quit. Please stop support. And also, so right now Columbina and Anemo are finally here, so if you'd like to cut down on the costs while going for them, then I would like to announce the sponsor for today's video, LD Shop. LD Shop is a very safe and reliable top-up site that allows you to get Primo Gems at a great deal starting from 15% off, while keeping your data safe. As for transactions, you only need to type in your UID and region, as you can see me doing here. Just needed to quickly refresh my welkin, and as you can see it's here. And make sure to use my link, as that way you'll receive an extra 15% off coupon, as well as a 5% off coupon which can save you up to $50. LD Shop goes through official channels as well, meaning that you won't lose any of the in-game benefits like first time top-up bonuses, so no need to worry. And additionally, because LD Shop is so great, users who spend over $80 will receive a VIP membership which rewards you with free welcome moons. So head over to ldshop.gg using my link in the description below. What are you waiting for? Thanks to LD Shop for sponsoring this video, now back to it. So Varka releases on the 25th of February, and if you've been slacking on your pre-farming, which I know you are, very quickly his common enemy material is dropped by the Fatui mech thingies. You can find them all over Nordcry, especially in the Fatui bases. His local specialties are wolf hooks, symbolizing how close in power he is to Razor. That's a joke. Kind of. And his boss is going to be the new one in Luna 5, which you can't pre-farm for yet, so make sure to hold on to some fragiles. Now, one really good thing about Varka is that if you look at his kit, his normal attack is completely useless, and so is his burst. So the only talent you actually have to level for Varka is his elemental skill, and this holds all his scaling. His talent books are the Philosophies of Freedom, which is the Mondstadt domain, and this is farmable on Monday, Thursday, and of course Sunday, and will be open all week whenever the limited banner resets. And Varka for some reason isn't using the Torii materials, and will be using the Rook from the chess boss. Now Varka's kit is pretty simple. He is just another normal attacking DPS. What's special about him though is that he does both Anemo and PHEC damage. With the PHEC damage he deals being dependent on your teammate, he'll take one of their elements, and he'll be swinging two claymores, one dealing Anemo damage and the other dealing PHEC damage. His damage isn't a 50-50 split however, as his PHEC claymore just deals higher damage, which I'm guessing is to not make Farzan the best with him. It doesn't matter. Varka also gets two uses of an enhanced charge attack or skill, and these again just do split Anemo and elemental damage, with the elemental damage being stronger. Regarding Varka's passives, they place team building restrictions on him to make him stronger. His A1 promotes the use of using two same type PHEC characters and another Anemo unit on Varka teams, so you'd want Varka's teams to mostly look something like this. And then Varka's Ascension 4 wants to ideally be used alongside an Anemo unit with continuous application, so this passive can potentially be pre-stacked even before Varka takes the field. And on top of that, you're also going to want another Hexrai character on the team besides Varka, so that Varka is actually able to consistently perform two of his enhanced attacks. So yes, that is actually a decent amount of restrictions. This makes Venti a very good pairing for Varka, as he fits the Hexrai requirement. He has continuous all-field application, and he's just a good support for Varka in general. And then from there, you just need two teammates from the same element. If you don't have Venti though, it's not the end of the world. Someone like Sugras will work just fine, and she can carry Thrilling Tales. That's enough yapping though, let's talk about his artifacts. So Varka is a Hexrai DPS, and they just released a Hexrai set. You should be using this on Varka. It's free crit rate, which makes him easier to build, and it's overall just his best set. Shimenawa's can be very close considering the fact that Varka doesn't use his burst at all, and with Varka C1, DPC should also be pretty close. It's just that at C0 it's very awkward to start rotations with a charge attack, to where you get the full benefits of DPC throughout the rest of your rotation. And then the other sets on Varka just aren't good, so I wouldn't even bother. Please just farm Rising Winds, it will give you the easiest time. For main stats, Varka is always going to be using an attack sans, there is no argument there, and Varka's circle will almost always be crit rate or crit damage, whatever balances your ratio better. And then regarding goblets, this is where there's actually some nuance. At C0, as I said before, most of Varka's scalings are coming from his elemental attacks, not his Anemo ones. So like with Chaska actually, you would optimally run the goblet that matches your team. If you're running a a double Pyro team, use a Pyro Goblet. If you're running a double Hydra team, use a Hydra Goblet, you get the point. But an attack Goblet is only 1 or 2 substats behind and allows you to use Varka everywhere, which can be valuable in things like theater. So I honestly really don't think it matters between which one you pick that much. It's a 1 or 2 substat difference. So just pick whatever has better subs, and or just run attack if you don't want to think about it too much. And then there's no real point in considering an Anemo Goblet. This somewhat does change with Varka's constellations, as with his C2, every time he does an enhanced charge attack or elemental skill, he will just release an Anemo nuke, bridging the gap between the amount of elemental and Anemo damage he does overall. And because of this, the gap between his goblets becomes smaller, and an attack goblet essentially just becomes equal. So once again, just choose whatever has better substats. And an Anemo goblet also becomes more viable if you for whatever reason just have like a really cracked one. I am talking to you, Jamains. But that's about it. Use Rising Winds and then choose between an Anemo and Elemental Goblet that matches the team you're playing. Now regarding some of the gearing for the rest of the team, since Varka does so much PHEC damage, funnily enough, Iridescent is a very good set to run on his Anemo teammates. And you have to run a second Anemo anyways with Varka, so to anyone who just farmed a DPS Venti, I'm sorry, you're going to have to switch him back. Running VV is a pretty noticeable increase. This would also be the same case for any of the Anemo units you'd run like Sucrose or Farzan, but if you're using Aoife, he's a Natlan character, so you'd rather put him on the scroll set, which you can use to its full effect. Outside of that, running any generic attack buffing sets like Noblesse and Tenacity on your PHEC teammates should generally be the way to go, unless they're a strong sub DPS like Durin or Effie, in which case you just spec into their damaging sets and you should be golden. For weapons, here's just an expanded infographic from what I did yesterday, and yes, that weapon is still massive, giving attack speed and just more damaging stats. I do have Serpent Spine as the baseline, but considering the fact that Varka doesn't run shielders in his teams or have that many iframes at all, it may be quite an awkward weapon to actually use. For actual free-to-play weapons, your best bet is Tidal Shadow. It's just that this requires you to get healed, which may not always happen, especially considering the fact that Varka's best sustain is Bennett, who just doesn't heal at all to anyone above 70% HP. Wolf's Gravestone can be higher when the passive procs. Beacon can also be as good as Blazing Suns if you get hit, but that's probably not your goal. But yeah, Varka's signature is just so good, I can't recommend it enough. Even if you do have some of the better 5-star stat sticks, Varka's signature is about as good as an increase as getting his C2. It's insane. But with that, I don't think I have anything else to say, so thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to like, subscribe, and comment your Varka pulling plans, as I would love to hear it and I respond to almost every single comment. Channel members, once again, thank you so much for your support, it means the world to me. I hope you all have an amazing day. To everyone else, thanks again for watching, and I'll see you guys on the flip side. Peace.